there aren't enough players interested in playing the experimental stuff as well. And the thing about making board games and testing it is because it's better if you're in the same space. That's one of the big things that people say is the benefit of playing board games is actually the communal, the social aspect of it, of like playing together. And a lot of the interesting experimental stuff actually messes around with the social aspect of playing games, messes around with preconceptions, social mores, and stuff like that. And I guess that can make people uncomfortable. So I guess that there's a limitation to where we have right now. We're still in an infant stage in Australia, I guess, and or to be honest, there could be a bunch of people who are doing interesting things like that. I have through video games met other people who are interested in making board games that are not traditional board games, and I'm really keen to see this kind of thing grow as well. But potentially it might not be something that exists at the moment. And like it's already quite a lot of effort to get even just a simple monthly meetup of board game designers who are more interested in like the commercially traditional board games anyways, or so-called traditional, because I guess not everyone thinks of some games as traditional. If you think of traditional games, maybe you think of chess. And it's already a bunch of effort to get that going. But what I'm really excited about is to see more of these things happen. So one of the things that I've spoken to other people about is just I'm really excited that actually other people start making their own things, like putting together their own meetups that cater to a wide variety of different things. And I guess the thing that I'm interested in out of that is that there could be crossover and learning from each other. That's the thing that I would love to see happen, because I think there are definitely, like, I think there are RPG group meetups, there are board game group meetups, but what's missing right now that I would really love to see happen is one where a bunch of people get together and can actually share different ideas and really expand their respective fields. And I think we're gonna get there. I think I'm really excited for that, because like interesting board games are being written about in non-board games media, which I feel like it's really, that's where you have to go to find the really interesting things, because so-called traditional places that cover board games will only cover the things that they're used to. When something interesting comes up, they might think, our readership, our viewership might not be as interested. So you have to look to, like, even video games places will talk more about weird, strange board game things than actually board game publications. But even that is changing. I know there are a bunch of people who are really interested in like sharing all that different side of things, and I'm hoping that elsewhere in Malaysia, in Taiwan, in Japan, in Melbourne, here in Australia, that we can contribute to the conversation as well. Because I really love seeing all the interesting things happening coming out of. I guess there's a bias, like I can say Taiwan and Japan and Korea. They're all East Asian countries, I guess, because I feel a bit more affinity for that. But when you see people talk about like, interesting things in like French cinema and Japanese cinema and or Japanese video games versus North American video games versus European video games, I think there's a little bit of that in board games as well, and we can learn from each other. Like, there's all cultures have some sort of play and some sort of thing, and although this current trend of like of what a lot of people call like Euro games and stuff is super popular, there's also a lot of other things that can be board games, not just the big juggernaut that is happening right now. Juggernaut in a tiny pool maybe,